Hello and welcome to this Park Life Sport podcast. My name's Elliot Lee and I'm sat here with Conor Bursnell.
Hello, how you doing?
And we are going to discuss the end of season run-in for Forest Green Rovers and Cheltenham Town. So let's get us started with arguably the biggest team in Cheltenham, in Gloucestershire. Cheltenham, come on, kick us off.
Yeah, well, I guess if you look at it compared to last season, they'll be quite happy with how they've done. You know, they were in a relegation dogfight for a long time last season. They're currently sitting 16th. And this season,
isn't it?
yeah, it's a lot better than it was. And the season's kind of petered out a little bit. They've not got much to play for. It would be, well, they're over the 50-point mark. So I don't think there's any chance that they'll slip much further than they are right now.
Yeah.
They'll just be trying to look up the table. But their form's been very up and down all year. And especially in the last 5 games, it's been a win followed by a loss, followed by a win. I've got in my notes here, they beat Crawley 5-3. And you think, yeah, that's a good result. Crawley are up the table.
Yeah.
And then they go and lose to Carlisle 1-0.
Yeah,
so
no
it's been a little
consistency,
bit, yeah, it's been like that all season. You look at it, there's been a lot of ups and downs, you know. They get a good League Cup win in August, but they lose 4-2 to Maidstone in the FA Cup in November.
It's mad how inconsistent it can be, isn't it?
Exactly. Then you know, it's
The lower leagues.
it's what you see at this level. But
Yeah.
I think all in all, they will be quite happy with it. You know, Gary Johnson now will just be looking to keep it going. You know, keep form ticking over, keep players there.
And that's the main thing, isn't it? Keeping key players. Like they've had a few great players, like Jordan Cranston's been great this season.
Yep.
But there's only really one standout player for Cheltenham, isn't it? And that's probably Mo Isa.
Exactly. Well, you know, it speaks for himself. You know, he's played 48 games in all competitions this season. He scored 22 goals. He's got 20 goals in the league for Cheltenham Town.
I think I saw it's 32% of their league goals.
Yeah, he's scored a lot of goals basically.
Man, they got him from was it Greenwich Borough or something like that?
Yeah, Greenwich
mad,
Borough,
isn't it, how
non-league.
much he's developed.
Yeah.
And he was up for an EFL award, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was up for League 2 Player of the Year, which says a lot. You know, lost out to Billy Key in the end.
Yeah.
Who's the man who's helped Accrington Stanley get promoted to League 1
Yeah,
for the first time.
that's quite a story, isn't it? How
Yeah.
he's gone through
Yeah.
depression to now get Accrington promoted for the first time ever to League 1, which is
Well, it's mad to think. Everybody
crazy.
knows Accrington Stanley because nobody knows Accrington Stanley. And
Exactly.
then finally there's something for them to shout about.
at this time 2 years ago. Sunderland will be in the Premier League,
Yeah.
and Accrington Stanley were what, League 2?
Yeah,
They're going to be playing each other in League 1 next season.
brilliant. Love
And
football.
it's crazy. Imagine if
Yeah.
Lee Catamol was facing off against Billy Key.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Little Lee Catamol, eh? But
Just keeps on going.
that's the footballing cycle, isn't it?
Yeah.
But moving on to Forest Green now. Forest Green, they've still got things to play for. The season isn't quite null yet, you know? There's
They're
nothing.
not quite safe.
not stale,
are they?
yeah.
You can't say it's over.
They've got 4 games to play, but the closest team, the team in relegation is Barnet, and they're 6 points clear of them.
Yeah.
So and they've got 3 games to play. So still something to play for, but their game in hand, Forest Greens, is home to 24th Chesterfield. So
You've got to be quite confident. But then you would have said that for Cheltenham have lost to Chesterfield, whilst
Exactly.
Chesterfield are having the awful season that they are. You know, it looks like there's one space gone for relegation.
Yeah.
It's just between who's below them.
So that's. And I mean, Cheltenham lost that game earlier on in the season. They lost it 3-2 when they went down to 10 men.
Yeah.
But even so, like it's an expected win. However, if they go in expecting it, that's the wrong mentality, and they could be going down.
You can't expect any wins at this level.
And then
you've really got to perform against everyone.
oh yeah, you can't afford to have a bad game. Otherwise, you're going back down out of league football, and God knows where that could take you.
Yeah.
And the next other games in hand, they've got Yeovil away, which is they won 4-3 early on in the season, and they've got Luton away. And the last game of the season, with Luton away to second, that's as much as Chesterfield should be a win, that should be a loss.
Yeah, that's what you think. But then Cheltenham gave Luton a very tough game.
Oh,
at
wasn't it
Kenilworth Road.
2-2 or something?
Yeah, I think so.
It was
late equalisers either way.
And the last game of the season for Forest Green Rovers is home to Grimsby, who are 22nd,
Yeah,
which is a
that's
very
big
tight
game.
fixture.
That's
That
a big
could
game. There
define
could be a lot
the
riding
season.
on that, or it could just be over. That's why you got to love the Football League, because you can think going into all these games, oh, that's going to be huge. And then during the week, it's gone completely, and it doesn't mean as much anymore.
Exactly. And like with Cheltenham, Forest Green form's been up and down all season. It's been a proper roller coaster. And in the last 6, they've won 2 and lost 4. Which, if you think of the grander scheme of things, if they won 2 and lost 4 for every single game of the season, they would be in the bottom half, which is where they are.
Yeah.
And just like Cheltenham have Mo Isa, Forest Green have Christian Deutsch, who scored 17 of their league goals this season, which is
they're important goals as well. Scored the winner in El Glosico.
Exactly, yeah, just this weekend, El Glosico, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which is a feisty affair, which police are actually investigating that at the moment because there was a brawl between 40 supporters with smoke canisters thrown, 12-year-old children in balaclavas, and a fan was even escorted out of the stadium, wasn't he, after Deutsch
invaded the pitch, didn't they?
Yeah. So don't condone that behaviour whatsoever.
Absolutely not. But it's not the type of derby. Living in the area, you wouldn't think that that's going to be a fierce game. I don't think anybody looked at the calendar and thought Cheltenham Forest Green.
Yeah,
it's a derby, but that's going to be tasty. I don't think anybody was thinking that.
Yeah, it's. I'm not going to say it's a friendly derby because it's clearly not. And Liverpool versus Everton is known as the friendly derby, but it's just an unexpected derby. You didn't expect it before. Forest Green, Cheltenham's biggest rivals were Swindon Town, weren't they?
Yeah,
and then Forest Green went up through the ranks under Dale Vincent's chairmanship. And it's just completely changed, and
dynamics have changed a lot, and clearly they're going to be competing for the same kind of spaces in the league.
Exactly,
not that far apart. I think the longer they can, I think we can safely say both teams are going to be there next season.
I think so.
It's very interesting to see how they develop. For Cheltenham, it's going to be about the contracts. Mo Isa signed a contract extension with them during this season, but there's still rumours he's going to move on. You know, at his age, he's going to be 24 in the summer. He needs to start looking. If he's going to seriously kick on, it's going to be this summer that it needs to be done. Yeah,
and that's right. There's rumours of a 6-7 figure, £1 million, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a rumoured figure, which would be huge. Actually, doubles Cheltenham's a record transfer fee.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
It'd be great for the club to get that kind of money for him, but equally it'd be great for them to keep him if he can repeat the form and they strengthen around him.
Yeah.
It'd be fantastic for them. You could really see them kicking on. I think that's what Gary Johnson's focusing on now. I believe Will Boyles signed a new contract.
He has,
this week.
There was it was all left up in the air. Apparently, Will Boyles was being advised by other people that not to sign on, and that other higher clubs were looking into him.
I saw Leeds United were apparently interested.
Yeah, I mean he's had a good season.
Yeah.
So he deserves that kind of recognition. However, personally, I do feel that he's done the right thing in staying. He can nail down a solid starting place, build a strong partnership at the defence, and be part of a strong defence which could push Cheltenham higher up the league. Because didn't Ferguson say, attack wins your titles, which is great, that's Mo Isa, but attack wins your games, defence wins your titles, which is a really poignant quote and suits well in Willie Boyle's case at least.
Yeah.
In terms of Forest Green, though, for next season, I think they're going to push on. I think they're going to spend in the summer because Dale Vincent, to me, he's a very progressive man.
Yeah.
He's a businessman and he thinks, right, I've done this. This is the next step. Then this is the next step, and you have to hit the targets for the next step. So
he's very ambitious.
Exactly.
To get Forest Green to where they are now, he's shown a lot of ambition. Even just making the club vegan.
That's a huge change, but amazing.
Yeah, I mean, who else is going to think to do that? Because it puts them on the map. They're the vegan club now. That's why everybody knows about them.
It gives them a really good niche, doesn't it? Like no one else would have thought of that. And it's the players that they sign as well. They don't have to be. Don't think they have to be at least, but they'd prefer to sign vegan players. I love that kind of business model of a football club. So I think next season they are going to progress to top half, maybe even push for a promotion playoff place.
That would be. I think for either of the teams to look that high up the league would be absolutely fantastic.
But it's this, as you said earlier, it's this style of football. It's this quality of football. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
You don't really quite know, do you?
Yeah. Can change season to season.
So I've mentioned everything I've got to say. Conor, have you got any final things you want to say? Any words of warning to Cheltenham fans or?
Well, just looking at the last 3 games they play, 3 Cs, which I thought was quite funny. They
play
Cambridge, Coventry, then Crewe. Just gave me a little chuckle, so I was doing my research. With the way the season's going, those 3 games could end up absolutely anything. So it could be really exciting to watch.
Well, fingers crossed for both teams, and I hope to see El Glosico in the 2018-19 season.
Yeah, definitely.
So thank you for listening and tuning into this Park Life Sport podcast. Thank you from Conor Bursnell.
Thank you very much.
Let's thank you from me. Goodbye.